What's up, anglers? Welcome to a new fishing guide for optimizing the fishing leveling process. So, maybe you just came back from an hour's worth of fishing and now you need to eat all your catches. Or you just spent millions of silver on stacks of fish trying to power level. Regardless of your situation, this guide is for you. Today, I'm going to show you a method of power leveling fishing that you may or may not have known about. Let's get straight into it. So the first things you're going to need are Spectre hood, scholar robe, and any leather shoes. You're going to want a Morgana cape and an offhand with cooldown reduction or cast time reduction. And optionally, you can have a staff that has the passive to reduce cast time. So let's go into what the sequence is going to look like. On your Spectre hood, you're going to use Flash of Insight and Quick Thinker. On your scholar robe, you're going to use Speedcaster and you're going to use Concentration. On your leather boots, you're going to use Refreshing Sprint, and then you're going to use Quick Thinker again for those cooldown reductions. You're going to equip your Morgana cape, and then you're going to use an offhand again that has cooldown reduction and or cast time reduction. So I can get into a little bit why this works, and you can kind of see where I'm going with this if you play Albion enough. So the idea of this is that you're going to reduce the amount of time it takes to eat fish. Eating fish is technically casting a spell. So by utilizing cast time reduction, you can eat more fish in a shorter amount of time. So taking advantage of that fact, we can then use Scholar Robe Speedcaster to increase the cast time or decrease the cast time needed to eat fish. We can then use a Spectre hood to reset our chest piece. We can then press E and pop our Morgana cape to get even more speed casting. And then we can use our Refreshing Sprint to reset that cycle even sooner. And that's it. So the sequence would look like R for Scholar Robe to activate reduce cooldowns. Start spamming a bunch of fish. Once your robe runs out, pop your Spectre hood to reset it. Keep spamming fish, then press your E to proc Morgana cape, keep spamming fish, and then use Refreshing Sprint to reduce your cooldowns, and the cycle continues. There are a couple things you're going to want to note. One, do not swap fish during a cycle because that will cause you to get a 10-second cooldown. When I say swap fish, I mean like the type of fish that you're eating. So if you're eating one type of fish, keep that type of fish. Keep eating that type of fish until your next cycle. Also, do not finish all 10 fish that you have equipped. You want to leave at least one equipped because if you eat all 10 and then re-equip, you again will get a 10-second cooldown timer. We can now get into literally the fastest way to get to level 100 fishing. And here's how to do it. There's a couple prerequisites. You're going to need learning points, you're going to need premium, and you're going to need a lot of solar. So here's how to get to T8 Fisherman if you have the cash. So some things you'll need to know. To get to Elder Fisherman with learning points, you'll need 802,987 fame and 716 learning points. If you have premium, you get 210 fame per T8 River Sturgeon. That means if we do the math, you'll need about 3,823 River Sturgeon to hit T8. At 5,700 silver per sturgeon, it would cost you about 21,791,100 silver. I got a lot of this information from a guide that I found online myself. So huge shout out to Uma Husla on Reddit for making a fishing leveling guide that fetches market price and gives you a cool price to fame ratio. I'll leave a link to the guide in the description below, and I highly recommend you check it out. While it doesn't go over the eating and spellcasting reduction, it does go over cool things of where's the best place to buy, your river sturgeon if you're trying to do this the fast route. I hope you learned something. This is quite literally the fastest way I can think of for power leveling fishing. If I'm missing something, if you think that there's something we can improve upon this and optimize it even better, please leave it in the comments below. I'm happy to hear about it. But yeah, go ahead. If you have a bunch of fish and need to eat thousands of fish fast, use this method. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy fishing.